Hey, you got to check this out. Don't you want to be a Microsoft Office specialist? Or maybe you thought about being a Microsoft certified trainer. What's the difference between the two? Well, check it out. I'm going to show you how today. Woo, all right. Did I already tell you? Billy Wiggly coming at you live from the 9th Island, Las Vegas, Nevada. Nice. Look at this. 7 steps to Excel success, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. That's only part of the process. What you want to know is, hey, do you want to become a Microsoft Office specialist? I'm going to put the link right here. Let me copy this link right here. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to put it right in the chat. And there you have it. That's a link to this page. Then there's also the Microsoft Certified Trainer. And as you know, those of you that have been following this channel, not that long ago, I just celebrated my 10-year Microsoft Office, Microsoft Certified Trainer. They just sent me this shirt. They're sending me 3 more. Yeah. And they also sent me this nice little package with some pretty cool stuff in it. Look, it's got an envelope. It's an envelope inside of an envelope. How many envelopes inside envelopes have you gotten recently? Look, a big brown envelope with a white envelope in it. And Microsoft Certified Trainer for 10 years. Yes. Angels is what you want to be hearing all the time. When you're good at Excel, when you're good at technology, we're working our way into all the different levels of artificial intelligence, machine learning, Microsoft Excel. And as I've been working at getting my machine learning skills, I realized I'm so glad I know Excel because it all ties back to Excel. Everything is connected to Excel. Excel is the foundation. The moment you start learning how to write formulas in Excel, welcome to the world of programming. You're officially a programmer when you're writing formulas in Excel. Think about it. You're coding when you're writing formulas in Excel. Alrighty, my friends, so it sure would be nice. We've got a Microsoft Certified Trainer, but it sure would be nice if we had a Microsoft MVP. Let's see what a Microsoft MVP looks like over here. So we got MVP communities. We got images. Yeah, these are Microsoft Most Valuable Professional. MCT is a Microsoft Certified Trainer MVP. You know, I know a couple of MVPs. There's actually one on the way down right now. He was in Portland not that long ago. Maybe you might know him. He's got this YouTube channel called Excel on Fire. Let's see if I can search for Excel on Fire. And let's see what we find. Right. Oh, look at there. The first result. Excel on Fire. That is Mr. Oz de Soleil. Excel on Fire. He's on his way down to the 9th Island, Las Vegas, Nevada, coming down from Portland. He's moving here. We talked him into it. We told him, come on down here where it's hot and dusty all the time. And we all having a good time. We don't care about the dust. We don't care about the heat. All we care about is loving our lives to the fullest. And, uh-oh. What's that? Somebody, come on in.
Hey.
Oh, hey, what's up? Yeah. Hey, there's a microphone over there. Why don't you grab that?
Yeah.
What's
Mr.
going
Aloha,
on?
you over here talking all this stuff. I heard you. I was on the road to Las Vegas. I want to tell you about the road to Las Vegas soon. But yeah, I heard you talking all this stuff. You didn't mention the MVP program until late, but I will agree with one thing. You said that when you are good with Excel, you are a coder, you are a developer, and we need to think about ourselves that way. Whether you're, just somebody with their personal finances, or you're a grant writer at a nonprofit, you're a developer. All right. So I have crashed the scene here. All right.
It's nice to have you here, bro. I
Yeah.
mean, I've got a little bit of space in here. God was able to fit you right in. I mean, I'm all connected with this cable. I should have a. Yeah, I'm not used to having guests, especially VIP MVP guests.
But here I am.
How was your trip coming down here?
It was great. It was nice and
Slide
relaxed.
over here close, my friend.
It was nice and relaxed to come down. I stopped my first night in Susanville, California, and I had lunch in Mount Shasta City, California, and stayed my second night in Tonopah, Nevada. Stayed at the Clown Motel.
The Clown Motel?
Yeah.
What is that Clown Motel thing? Here, let me just check it out.
It's a motel in Tonopah, and about 3 hours north of Las Vegas. And it shares a parking lot with the Tonopah Cemetery that was in operation from 1901 to 1911.
Wow, historical trip you had.
Yes.
This looks like a pretty scary place, though. I think I'm a little bit scared of clowns.
Oh, the clowns have only said nice things about you.
Was it funny?
Was it funny?
Woo,
well, I stayed in the Exorcist room this time.
I wonder if we can get a view of the Exorcist room. Book a room. Do they got pictures of the rooms? Gallery. The Exorcist room? That's pretty scary, bro. Like, that movie traumatized me.
No.
I didn't even like thinking about it. Look at that. You can
yeah.
buy the lottery over there. Did you know you can't buy the lottery here in Nevada?
Lottery?
Lottery.
No.
No.
Oh.
You can do all kinds of gambling.
Okay.
You can do all kinds of things over here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and Nevada overall, but there is no
lottery.
There is no
all right.
Lottery here.
Cool.
Hey, wow, that's pretty cool. Look, you got a little cemetery going on here. We don't see the Exorcist room, but
that's all
I know
in
you're
the lobby and
possessed, though.
outside.
I know you're possessed.
I am possessed.
You're possessed with some
right.
Excel ability.
Woo.
Excel on fire. I
That's
encourage
right.
everybody to come check out this channel, Austin Soleil. Look, this is his channel. He had to make it simple for you right here. Like at Mr. Aloha. This is just as easy as at Mr. Aloha to remember. So that's good. So
do Soleil data.
Data all caps too. It's not just data. It's data.
Right.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Man,
All
look at
right.
all these videos. How many videos you got? 316 videos?
It's taking a while to get there.
I got a long ways to go. Let's go see Mr. Aloha. Since we're comparing. All right. Right here, Mr. Aloha. Oh, Mr. Aloha got a live stream going on over here.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, look at that. Mr. Aloha got 567 subscribers. So you know what that means. Like and subscribe if you're watching this. Like and subscribe. I'm only 35,400 behind.
Hey, you're all right. You're all right. You got some good content here.
Because he's
You're
an
doing all right.
MVP and I'm an MCT. So what's the difference? And what about an MOS?
Right.
Look what we got right here. The way that, this whole process began, see, you got the Microsoft MVP, most valuable professional.
Right.
And that one you got to earn it. Then all of them you got to earn.
Yeah,
but this one is kind of like what I like to say. It's like a honorary PhD almost. Like,
Okay.
Like, for example, when you want to get your PhD, you go ahead and you go to school and you go through this whole process and then you write your dissertation and then eventually you become a PhD and then, you rule the world and everybody calls you doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you got the honorary PhD.
Right. Where, people who get honorary PhDs, they have accomplished something in life. They become known, and then a college comes along and says, hey, we want to award you an honorary PhD.
We want to attach ourselves to your abilities. You're so good. We want to attach our school to you.
That's
and
what it is.
You've accomplished so much, you don't even need to take any classes from us. You're so good. We're just going to give you an honorary PhD.
Right.
That's kind of like how the MVP is in Microsoft, because there's not really a test you can take to pass this exam and then you get the MVP. Right. I mean, you can't even go to MVP.com and apply to become an MVP. Somebody got to recognize you, right?
And at one time, you could nominate yourself, but no longer. Now, an MVP has to nominate a potential MVP.
So if I wanted to be an MVP, I'd have to get another MVP to nominate me.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we got. Looks like we got. Do you see? Is there any MVPs in here? Mr. Azasale is an MVP because he earned it, and it's from participating in communities and forums and helping people. It's from making a lot of videos. Lots and lots of videos and sharing your information,
sharing knowledge,
traveling over the world. I mean, sharing knowledge, helping out, helping everybody learn Excel. And what Oz specializes in is a little bit different than what I specialize in. You know, I've been working with machine learning lately, getting my machine learning certification, learning how to train models and the like. And I notice it always goes back to Excel.
Yep.
And if your data is not set up properly, when you go train those models, you're going to have garbage in, garbage out.
Garbage. Or a bunch of errors.
Yeah.
And that's true garbage. You take that straight to the dump.
And then when you're really believing in AI, because you trust AI, how did it know? And you get to trusting it real good, and it starts giving you answers that are derived from a model that was trained with bad data. Then next thing you know.
Oh, good God Almighty. You drop your head in your hands and weep.
I don't know about that, man. That doesn't sound good. Like
no, it's not good. It
look,
wasn't meant to sound good.
Wow. So you mean like if I got a self-driving vehicle that is running on artificial intelligence and that data that was used wasn't set up properly and it's bad data, I could crash?
You could crash, or maybe the car won't even start. Maybe you won't even get going.
So you got to go back to the basics, unfortunately, in the Excel community, because, you always got these Excel haters going around saying, hey, look, Excel is old. It's history. You heard that before?
I've heard that before.
Hear it all the time, every day for years and years. For years and years.
Right.
10 years I've been here. Well, we got Tableau now.
Right.
Tableau gonna blow away Excel.
Yeah, until you see Tableau's price. Yeah.
Until you dig a little bit deeper and you realize it's running on Excel.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing, is oftentimes when you hear somebody trashing Excel, they're trying to sell something.
Yeah. They don't know how to use it. They never learned the basics.
That's the other one. Is they don't know what Excel can do. I was on a call once and this guy is trashing Excel. And then he brought up an example, which was a basic, out of the box VLOOKUP. And I put that in the chat. And they replied that they didn't know what a VLOOKUP was.
Huh? What was it? They're hating on Excel?
Yeah.
They're hating on Excel because they don't know what a VLOOKUP is. Those of you that know what a VLOOKUP is, you're doing XLOOKUP now.
And you can save yourself that $30,000 a month that these people were trying to sell their product for. $30,000 a month.
Wow. You just spent $75 with Don't Get Mad, Get Skills right here, Mr. Aloha. You get all you need. Get all you need, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Isn't that amazing? It all goes back to Excel. We're talking about, like I was saying, I'm doing my artificial intelligence training and I'm importing data, and the data that I'm importing, the Azure machine learning models, it converts everything into tables. So your data, why not already start in Excel using tables?
Right.
You know that shortcut?
Got it. I don't use shortcuts.
I do.
I don't.
Control T. Boom.
Control T. You can do that.
Time out.
I will use a mouse. I'm unapologetic in my use of a mouse. And on my desktop computer, I use two mice.
Are you
left hand, right hand?
You're mouse dependent?
Exactly. Yes.
You're not mouse independent?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, that's the difference between MCT and MVP.
No. See, start talking this stuff. See, all right. A lot of MVPs do use keyboard shortcuts. I made a conscious decision after a few times of trying some shortcut and winding up. I pressed the wrong one and I wind up in some place I don't want to be. It's fine for me to, if I want to do a insert a shape. There is an insert tab, and then you go to your shapes. Do you want an icon, a sticker? What do you want? It's fine. I do not have to clog my mind up with keyboard shortcuts, but that's my personal decision.
You know, that's the beauty of Excel. You know, the beauty of Excel is that there's a whole lot of different ways of doing the same thing.
Many ways.
Just because Oz is saying this is the way you got to do it, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the only way to do it.
Right.
Because maybe he likes to go that way. I like to go this way.
But we're going to show up at the same time for lunch at the same place.
And we're going to have good lunch because all we're hearing is... because we laid a solid foundation.
Yes.
It's a solid foundation you got to lay. Yeah. And as a Microsoft certified trainer, the very first thing I had to do is go become a Microsoft Office specialist. And you got the link in the chat.
Okay, so you got to do that first. You got to be the MOS first.
You got to get yourself a Microsoft Office specialist certification. And it's got to be one of the ones that they approve, right? And then once you get your Microsoft Office specialist certification, then you got to demonstrate that you are teaching some skills that are related to your expertise. In my case, Excel. So I had to prove to Microsoft that not only am I a Microsoft Office specialist, I also have been teaching so many students, and they've maintained a certain satisfaction level.
Oh, so you got to be teaching actively and have a certain level of satisfaction.
Yes.
And in order to keep it.
In order to keep it.
Okay.
And to get every year we renew it. So every year as a Microsoft certified trainer, we got this thing that's called metrics that matter.
Okay.
So either we've got our own surveys that we give after we give our trainings and students complete, and then we upload, or we give out a link to metrics that matter. I don't use metrics that matter.
Okay.
I've got my own platform, but all that information, when it's time for me to renew my certification, I upload it. So that's the requirement for renewing your Microsoft certified trainer certification. You got to.
Yeah, but let's back up. Why? Why would you want this MOS?
Because you can make more money. The moment I got a Microsoft Office specialist designation, I started making more money.
Okay.
Why? Because this right here proved. Let me show you.
All right. You went down in the basement. Okay. All right.
Here's a Microsoft certified trainer. This is a Microsoft Office specialist right here. This is the Excel expert one. Okay, they got the regular Microsoft Office specialist, then you got the Microsoft Excel expert, then you got the Word. You got a few different Microsoft Office specialist designations that you can get.
Okay.
And you can become a Microsoft Office master. So maybe you don't want to be a Microsoft certified trainer. Maybe you just want to be a master of Microsoft Office applications within your own office, your own company.
Wow. Okay. So I see Microsoft Office specialist, and then I see Word, Excel, Access, OneNote, all of these. And so do you have to take all of these exams, or can you just become like an Outlook MOS?
You can just become a Outlook MO. Well, actually, you have to have an expert designation to get your MCT.
Okay.
It used to be just the Microsoft Office specialist, but now you got to have the Microsoft Office specialist expert designation. So there's another place.
The expert is what?
You just take a little bit harder test.
Okay.
So, you know, what I recommend is I'm going to put this link in the chat.
Yeah.
And this is the Microsoft Learn. These Microsoft Learns, you got to check out Microsoft Learn, because Microsoft Learn are all these programs that we used to have to spend hundreds of dollars to go take all these classes and earn all these certifications. It's not like that anymore. It's free. And us Microsoft trainers, I mean, we specialize in certain areas. So you can either get your certification through a Microsoft certified trainer, or you can go through Microsoft Learn on your own and do it. So this link that I just uploaded, it's the link to where you can browse your certifications. And you can look at all the different certifications you can get. You can just say, hey, you know, Microsoft 365. I mean, look at this. There's a Microsoft Defender certification. I don't even use Trend Micro or any of those subscriptions that I used to pay for antivirus because Microsoft Defender already comes with Windows 11 and it's protects me from viruses.
Right, right. And you can get an MOS.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Because I get asked a lot. People will DM me and ask me about certifications, and I do not have a single certification. I just have the MVP designation or award.
Okay, so
they make it clear it's a designation or an award.
Yeah.
We're not employees. This is not a certification.
Okay, so he says I'm just an MVP.
Okay.
All right. All I had to do to be an MCT is become a Microsoft expert, Microsoft Office specialist expert in one of the fields of expertise, and I'm teaching in specifically Excel. Then I had to teach so many students, maintain a certain satisfaction level, and then I can apply and pay some money to get my Microsoft certified trainer.
And about how much time you think is involved with that?
You can do it all in just in 1 week.
Okay.
It's just how much you want to hustle and how much time you want to spend into getting your initial certification. Because you can schedule an exam and pass it the same week for your Microsoft Office specialist.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So there's a whole process to becoming a Microsoft Office specialist. Today we're just kind of giving you an overview of the difference between an MVP and an MCT. So when Oz says, I haven't gotten any of these designations, any certification, I'm just an MVP. What did we just get through talking about? It's just like an honorary PhD. You've already proven yourself.
Right, yeah, because so we have to be nominated.
Yeah.
Right, and so there is somebody who thinks enough of us to say, okay, I am going to nominate this person. And when I was nominated, it took about a year before I got the yes. There's, you submit all this stuff of what you've done as far as community contribution. And then it goes off. It feels like into a black hole.
Kind of like that cake box at Costco.
The cake box at Costco.
You ever heard about the cake box?
No,
at Costco? There's,
no.
Like if you want to order a custom cake, you can get custom cakes like a birthday cake. We're going to celebrate Oz's birthday, so I go to Costco and I order a cake. Well, you don't talk to a baker. They got a white box.
Oh.
And then it's all based on faith.
Right.
You got pictures. You go, okay, I'm going to cake 3, and then I want this written on a happy birthday, Oz. Boom. And then you drop the piece of paper in the white box, and then you come back on a certain date, and it's there. Right. And you never talk to anybody. It's like,
wow.
It's like the mystery box.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like that. And then I've nominated a couple of people, and it took about a year. And then you start wondering what's going on. Why is it taking so long? I haven't heard anything. Oh, they emailed me this morning. They want some more information. Okay, but now we're 8 months into the process. So it's not a lot of work from the nomination, but it can take a while to get to the place to where somebody feels you should be nominated, because
they're vetting you, right? I mean, that whole time that's going by, I mean, they nominated you because supposedly you're active in the community.
Active, yes.
And so they're watching you. Is this guy really active, or did George Mound just nominate him because he's cool?
Right.
Did George nominate you?
No.
Oh, wait. Did you nominate George?
No. I nominated Faraz Sheikh and Cristiano Galvão, and I nominated Alex Powers. And the next thing I heard, he's being hired by Microsoft.
Oh, is that a good thing?
He's got a job with Microsoft.
We all kind of got a job with Microsoft. I like my job with Microsoft. I like it just the way it is. I work with Microsoft, not for Microsoft. That's how I like it.
And they make it clear that do not do anything with the MVP award that makes it even smell like you're an employee, because we are not.
Yeah, we special.
Yeah,
extra special. That 10 right here, I like that. I mean, I got 3 more shirts. Look, this is another Microsoft Office Specialist certification. All right, this is just a regular. Oh yeah, no, this is an expert. That's from 2012. This is from 2013. Because different versions of Excel.
Yeah.
I didn't just get an expert in 2010. 2013 came out. Boom, I get an expert on that.
Yeah.
So you get your Microsoft Office specialist, and then you can work your way into a Microsoft certified trainer.
And then why would you want to do that? Okay, so we talked about why the MOS. You said to make more money.
Yeah, because I noticed that when I was in my job at the time I was traveling, being a professional speaker. I was traveling to quite a few cities a year, speaking on relationship strategies, dealing with conflict and confrontation, customer service, managing multiple priorities, projects, and deadlines, those type of topics. Soft skills, important. Soft skills are very important.
Very.
And then I noticed that, I was going to 5 cities a week. I land in like Portland Monday, and then I'd be like in Salem on Tuesday, and then Eugene on, like that. 5 cities. And then I come. I lived in Las Vegas for the first 3 years. I lived in Las Vegas. I was only here on the weekends. On Mondays I'd fly. On Sundays I fly back on Fridays. And then I noticed all of the guys that teach Excel, they only travel to 2 cities. Because they teach Excel the basics and beyond the basics in one city. Because that's one day the basics, the next day beyond the basics. And the same thing, and then they go to the next city. So then there's one day left. So they only worked 4 days. So I thought, how can I do that? I've used Excel. I used to be a mortgage broker. I studied business in school. I got my degree in business. Okay. So I know how to use Excel when I started teaching Excel. And then, they wouldn't let me teach Excel. So I thought, I found out about the Microsoft Office Specialist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And as soon as I went and got my Microsoft Office Specialist, right?
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Wow.
And then I sent them the certificate, and then I shared the link, because there's a link that you get from Microsoft that shows all your badges, all your accumulations of everything that you've earned. So there's proof. And then next thing you know, they're like, all right, we're going to start putting you on the Excel seminars, and you can start teaching Excel.
Okay.
And next thing you know, I went from traveling 5 cities a week to 2 cities a week, and my income almost doubled. Because now I'm an Excel professional. I'm certified.
Okay.
And I'm getting paid more, and I'm also have more authority.
Okay.
And then I become an expert. So of course you're going to have more authority, because you had to study to learn all this.
Yeah.
You're more prepared. And then once you become a Microsoft certified trainer, then Microsoft give us a lot of free software that we can use to work to anything we need. Pretty much they give us.
Okay. I thought you said they were going to give you a boat or something.
A boat? Yeah, like a boat. They give me enough certificates that I can make a little boat out of them.
But all that extra software, that's all benefits, side stuff. But the main thing is being able to teach Excel and
maintain a satisfaction level.
Right.
You can't just say I'm a Microsoft certified trainer and I got to apply again so I can get free software. Right. Because you do get a lot of free things, like Azure, right? So we're moving our ways into artificial intelligence, right? So we got to learn how to work with our artificial intelligence, and Azure machine learning is the way you get there, because you can't have a supercomputer. Like you see right here, it says I got 9833 credit remaining, right? Because I have to pay for that computer. Azure is like a supercomputer, right? And then I need to train some artificial intelligence models to do some predict prices for me, for example, or predict how many bicycles I'm going to need for my bicycle shop based on the weather.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So because I don't have $5-10 million to build my own supercomputer, I rent time from Azure. Right. And then they have all kinds of services and applications to help you build these models. They've got models, everything there. And so you got to pay when you subscribe. So I get $100 a month to use.
Okay.
From Microsoft as a Microsoft certified trainer. They give me $100 so I can keep using it. Why?
So make more money.
Yeah, make more money. So you can make more money. So I can share with you what I'm learning. I mean, the past few days I've been going through the challenge, the machine learning challenge. So here, this is the machine learning studio.
All right.
Right. So as a Microsoft certified trainer, we've got deeper access, into a lot of features that we normally wouldn't go to because we'd have to, pay for it and then figure it out.
Right. Gotcha.
So here it's like, as
All
Microsoft
right.
Certified Trainer, we're going to give you everything you need so that you can teach.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
awesome. It's
And I believe that as MVPs, we would have access to this. I think we do. I just haven't looked into that benefit specifically.
that's the thing about Microsoft. It's too big. It's so big, just the Microsoft website alone.
Yeah.
You got to have a consultant to just walk you through the Microsoft website.
Yes. I wish I had. But I will straighten out one thing, though, is I have had people ask me to nominate them to be an MVP. And then there'll be somebody I've never heard of. And then I'll say, well, why do you want to be an MVP? So it will help my career and I can make more money.
That's not why you want to
No.
be. And that's not why. That's not what it's about.
Well, the thing is it does not. And I've talked with a number of MVPs. Being an MVP does not help you make more money. Even though with a couple of clients, I have leveraged my MVP status by contacting an engineer that makes Excel and then confirmed that there was a bug and we can stop doing what we were trying to do and go another route. The client still didn't appreciate, oh, I got an MVP who got in touch with an engineer that makes Excel. No, they don't understand that. And so if you want to be an MVP to make more money, no.
Yeah, that's the difference. The MVP is the professional that is out there in the community, doing all the right things, mentoring.
Yeah.
And, they've already proven and established themselves in the industry.
And we have to keep on because we do get reevaluated every year. And I just got reawarded for the 9th year. So if I'm reawarded next year, I will get that blue disc for the 10 years. That's going to be exciting. Yeah. So I've got to really do it this year.
He's going to get a 10-year MVP.
Woo. That's going to be a beautiful thing.
I got a 10-year MCT. When you grow up, maybe you can get a MCT right here.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
We know that this is, you got the MVP, like the PhD, then you got the MCT, the master, and then it all starts with becoming a Microsoft Office specialist. So the Microsoft certifications, I think I shared the link to that site for you already. Let me share this link to Microsoft Learn for you. Let's see, Microsoft.
So
Learn,
while he does that, I'm going to say that one common thing with MVPs is that we love sharing knowledge and empowering people. Whether it's going on forums or speaking at meetup groups, writing books, making videos, we are out there sharing knowledge and empowering people. And I love being in front of an audience and seeing the eyes get big. I didn't know Excel could do that. Let me see that again. Let me see that again. Do it again slower. Yeah. And then they send me the DMs and the emails about how their career has changed because I've empowered them and they are so thankful. And that is what I'm driven by, is the empowerment.
That's an MVP. And me, I just like for you to get some skills. So I spend all my time picking up all the skills, absorbing all the knowledge, and finding a way to convert that knowledge into a way that it's really easy for you to understand and absorb and instantly apply. So I take it, I learn it, I transform it, I hand it to you and inspire you to take that knowledge that I've just handed to you and grow with it.
That's right.
Grow with it so we can be hearing all this.
He's serving this to you. Just saying, put your phone down, pick up your fork and grab this fillet of Excel knowledge. Pull it into your plate with the asparagus and put some sriracha on it and put it in your mouth.
Oz drives around all over the place with his own bottle of hot sauce. And it's not like a little bottle of Tabasco. It's a big bottle. And it's not just Tabasco. It's some specialty hot sauce that he got with a special label.
Yeah,
and stuff.
California Blazing Chili Farms, Ghost Pepper Sriracha.
So go on over there to Microsoft Learn website. It used to cost thousands and thousands of dollars for you to take these classes. It wasn't accessible to a lot of people. Now you got access to all this information. You have artificial intelligence at your fingertips for free. You've got Bard, you've got OpenAI 3.5 for free, and you've got free access to certifications. The only part that before you can actually get your certification, any certification, you just got to pay for the exam. That's the only part. But exams range from $75 to $295. It just depends. And there's always a way. Like if you really had to write Microsoft and say, look, I did that during the pandemic. Microsoft gave us for 2 years. We didn't have to pay the $800.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's like $800 we had to pay to continue with our MCT in addition to all the other requirements. But for 2 years, they said, no, actually, I think 3. They said, nah, we're not going to charge you guys. You guys just keep sharing the knowledge. We're going to keep giving you all the tools. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to pay this year, though. But that's okay. You see. It's worth it.
Yeah. And let me say some more about being an MVP. What I really like is having access to the engineers that make Excel, because we get to see things early. And we got to keep our mouths shut. And there was some things that I had seen a year before they came out. And we're like, the MVPs are like, when is this coming out? You showed this thing to us and we want it. We wanted it soon. And then we'll hear from the engineers about something that's stalling it or something they found that they got to correct. But then also, we have these discussions before things roll out, and some of them can get pretty contentious. They say, okay, we're thinking this, and so why are you thinking about that? My clients are going to hate this if you roll it out like this is. And they really listen to us. Or things like, yes, we love this. Hurry up, dynamic arrays. You don't know how long I kept my mouth shut about dynamic arrays.
The Toco, the 2 rows.
Yeah. Filter, especially filter. Woo. Oh, yeah, we saw XLOOKUP for, I don't know, maybe 7 months before it came out.
I could have been teaching XLOOKUP, which is I prefer to the VLOOKUP. And the whole time, he's known that there's an XLOOKUP coming out.
Right. But, and then, even if I said it's coming out next week, well, first of all, there'd be a violation of the NDA, but then there'd be the issue of, something in the software, some around compatibility or something. It's like, it's working perfectly if you have the subscription office, but then there's some bug with Excel 2022 or something. Right. And so then they have to stall it. So that is what I've liked, being able to have influence on a feature before it comes out. There have even been things that they're looking maybe 3 or 5 years out, and they say, okay, we want to show you this, and it's only slides right now. It's not even any function in animation. It's just slides. But we want your input.
So I'm training. You're attending a training with me, and then there's some things that you find out during the training, and then we learn together, and you go, hey, in what I do in my work, Billy, because I don't see all the different scenarios. Suddenly you tell me in what I do in work, this particular merge cells just cause a lot of problems for me in my work. I wish there was no more merge cells in Excel. Mm-hmm. And then I go and I talk to Oz about, hey, what's up with all these merge cells? They jam up everything. I've always got to be teaching, don't use merge cells unless they're above the header. Mm-hmm. The header row, which you should always have.
I like that you said that, because there are some folks that wish merge cells was off of Excel.
Because they make a problem.
They make problem. But just like Billy said, and I love this, is if it's above the header, do it.
Yeah.
Merge all the live long day if you want to. But so context always matters to me. Yes, I merge cells unapologetically, but it'll be situations where I am never going to have to sort this data or filter it or do anything else.
He knows already. Habit number 2 of the 7 habits of highly effective people begin with the end in mind, because Oz understands Excel basics, and he understands that you don't want to use merge cells unless they're above the header or in specific situations where they're not going to impact the data delivery.
Right. Yep. Because if I'm just going to paste some stuff into a workbook to then send to somebody who's just going to look at it and it's got merged cells, I ain't worried about that.
Yeah. And you know, Excel's always evolving, right? And
oh, yes.
Even us, I didn't even notice. I mean, look, how long has this help improve Office been there? If you're using Microsoft 365, you just click on that right there, and then you're talking to Microsoft, and they listen.
They do.
So those are all new features. There's tons of new features coming out in all of your applications. Oz and I specialize in Excel.
Yep.
And you got to explore Excel. You got to always be looking at it because it's always changing. I mean, every little thing, like Oz. When did they do this?
Do what?
This. Whoops. Let me see right here. Let me get that zoomed in over here. That. When did that happen? That icon.
Oh, that's been around a while.
Really?
I don't remember when.
I just noticed it the other day. All right, and you see right here what we got? We got a merge cell. I use merge cells too. But guess where that merge cell is?
Above the header.
You got it. That's why it's so important. That's why it's so important that you understand the basics of Excel and lay a good solid foundation. Now you understand it's just like your MVP that you're dealing with. What made him become an MVP? What were the things that he had to do to become an MVP? And now you know that to be an MVP, it's very special. There's no test for it. Right. You just got to deliver. You got to mentor. You got to provide change.
Yeah.
Initiate transformations.
Yep. They want to look at your body of work. And that's the other thing when somebody asks me to nominate them. I'll ask them, so where can I see what you've done? And they don't have a YouTube channel. No blog, no list of areas where they've spoken, no books that they've written. They might have done a few guest blog posts, but nothing that shows like a consistent commitment to sharing knowledge.
Oh, I wonder if, let's say we opened up Google Chrome and we put in Billy Wiggly. Billy Wiggly. Let's see what that... Do we have a body of work? 7 steps to Excel success.
An obituary.
Wait, that ain't me right there. I'm not a real estate. Wait, where's all these Billy Wigglies coming from? This right here is the one that matters, right? Oh, hey. Oh, there's who's that dude? I never knew. There used to not be that many Billy Wigglies around. Right. And now it turns out that there is a lot. But, there is Microsoft stuff here, a lot of Excel. Skillshare stuff right here. Yeah. Billy was Oz. What if I put Oz Excel? Oz du Soleil homepage. You just say Excel and Oz comes up. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Pretty cool. Yeah. So now you know what an MVP is. Now you know what an MCT is. And now you also know that you too can be an MVP, an MCT, or an MOS. Maybe you just want to be a Microsoft Office specialist. And you've got the link to Microsoft Learn. I encourage you to open the Microsoft Learn account. And then you have different paths. Like right now, I'm going through the machine learning challenge, which I encourage everybody to do. It's almost over, right? I'm a little bit behind. I got 4 days to complete a few more modules, but I can do it. I am doing it. As a matter of fact, those of you that follow me on LinkedIn, you see me posting my badges of everything that I'm completing. You can go through, you can find your certifications. These are all the certifications that are offered, all these different ones. And then there's different paths you can follow. It's all pretty cool. And then on my own profile, I think I can see all of my certifications. You can see them right here.
Right. And with each certification, you can teach more.
Yes.
And earn more money.
That's right. Like, exactly. Because now there's an artificial intelligence course, brand new course, hasn't been released by Microsoft, that's coming out. And in order for me to be able to teach that course, I have to have a machine learning certification. So that's why I'm going through the machine learning challenge.
Okay, it opens up opportunities.
Yeah. And so these are all different modules. See, like August 6th, completed the introduction to machine learning, use automated machine learning. We're already actually going in and using Azure and using the benefits that I get as being a Microsoft certified trainer to pay for my compute time. And so we just keep on rolling. We just keep on learning. Everything that Oz and I do, you can do too. Just talk to us and we'll help you achieve whatever goals it are that you're trying to achieve, to change your life, to change your career, to just make more money. And we got our friend Oz the Soleil right here, living in Las Vegas, Nevada, the ninth island. We're so happy to have you, my friend.
Yeah. Well, let me tell them about the road to Las Vegas. This is part of the Financial Modeling World Cup. And on December 7th, 8th, and 9th, there is going to be the World Championship. That's going to be on the last day, on the 9th. And on the 7th and 8th, there are going to be classes taught by me. Another MVP, John Akampura. We're going to have Darmot Early, who is a previous model-off champion. He's going to be teaching. So there's going to be a bunch of classes taught. And while there's the early bird tickets available, there we go. And if you hit training camp.
Let's put it right in there. So let's see what we're talking about.
So the early bird tickets will be available until the 30th of September.
You go to training camp.
Yep. And
that's another thing that MCTs do. We're really good at this.
Oh.
Yeah. Can you MVPs know how to do that? It's called Zoom It. It's a Microsoft program.
Cristiano Galvão. He's a big proponent of Zoom It. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it. Yeah. But the early bird tickets until 30th of September, and then you get a 10% discount if you use Excel on Fire, no spaces. But it's gonna be great. And
do you get a special discount if you use Excel? What is that?
Excel on Fire.
Excel on Fire is the coupon code.
Yep.
Look at that. Look at that. This is a MCT doing all this for an MVP.
For an MVP.
There you go.
I'm all right. And I'm going to be one of the yes. And I'm going to be one of the commentators. And they're calling it the Road to Las Vegas because back in January, they started all of these challenges and competitions until the final, I think 16 are going to be brought to Las Vegas, to the Luxor Hotel on the Las Vegas Strip to compete live.
It's pretty fun down here in Las Vegas. I don't drink, I don't gamble, but I have a pretty good time doing all kinds of other stuff. we got Red Rock Canyon over there. We got tons of hiking. We can just go people watching. Yeah. We can go to the new. Have you been to the Atomic Museum?
I have not.
Oh man, don't go there because then you're gonna start thinking we're getting radiated from all the atomic bombs that they blew around here. But we got craters we can go look at.
Yep. And then there's wild horses and wild donkeys outside the city. Those are fascinating. I've seen them. I like living in Las Vegas. I've only been here about a week, but I've been through here a few times.
Yeah, showing him around.
Yes. When Billy showed me, that was last year, Billy showed me non-strip activities. We went to a cigar lounge. I met some cool people there.
I almost died because I don't smoke. I was like just doing it for Oz. And I act like I enjoying it.
And see, there's the MCT doing a favor for an MVP.
They call me gracious.
Right, gracious, right.
All right, my friends, we've been trying to chat. We could keep going on. We can be teaching you everything you want to know about Excel. We can be teaching you about all kinds of things related to Microsoft. And we're going to continue to do that now that Oz is here in town. We're going to
I live about like 6 miles away.
6 miles?
6 miles, yeah.
Wow.
I could ride a bicycle if it wasn't so hot.
Well, it's not going to be hot for too long.
Ooh.
It's going to start cooling down. It's only going to be 106 today.
Nice,
but it's dry, like a blow dryer.
All right. But we're going to do this again.
We're going to have a little bit better setup. We'll have a couple cameras. We're going to do it for real. So we got so much more information to share with y'all. And, we just got to say to y'all that we really appreciate y'all working at improving yourself. We really appreciate you, trusting us and following us and learning from us. Because I guarantee you, not only me and Oz, we both love you. And we both going to give it all we can so that you can keep on learning, keep on getting some skills, and keep transforming your lives. You got anything else for the crew?
We love you, and more knowledge is coming because that's what we do.
Woohoo! Keep on learning. Chee-hoo.